White House is preparing for catastrophic solar flares which could wipe out power around the world for months, bringing an end to modern civilization as we know it. From the Daily Mail. The U.S. government are preparing for a catastrophic solar flare which could wipe out power across the world for months. The last powerful geomagnetic solar storm which hit the Earth was in 1859, which caused telegraph lines to explode, setting fire to some telegraph offices, and power to fail across Europe and North America. In today's far more advanced and technological world, experts the effects would be devastating. The massive electromagnetic pulse, EMP, from solar flares could wipe out power grids, bringing an end to modern civilization as we know it, as cell phones, credit cards and the internet were rendered useless. In the U.S. alone, researchers estimate the cost on the fragile economy would be up to $2.6 trillion, according to a 2008 National Academy of Sciences study. The report warned that power outages after an extreme solar storm could last months or even longer if it wiped out the transformers. A catastrophic solar storm came terrifyingly close in 2012 but passed the Earth's orbit without striking the planet, with scientists predicting a 12% chance that one could hit by 2022. The White House is preparing a contingency plan. Frankly, this could be one of the most severe natural disasters that the country, and major portions of the world, could face. Space weather consultant John Kappenman told Gizmodo. John P. Holdren, assistant to the President for Science and Technology Director, Office of Science and Technology Policy, admitted the solar storms posed a significant challenge. Space weather is a naturally occurring phenomenon that has the potential to cause substantial detrimental effects on the nation's economic and social well-being, he said. A space weather action plan and strategy have now been drawn up which will focus on preparing the United States for the disaster. One of the big dangers of space weather is that forecasters currently have just 15 to 60 minutes warning time before an extreme event. The plan would allow for new satellites in space and new technologies on the ground to give a more adequate warning of the disaster. Major solar flares are caused by a buildup of magnetic energy that releases blasts of radiation across the solar system. These vary in frequency with the activity of the sun and often blast off in directions far away from the Earth. However, severe solar events are thought to threaten the Earth every 100 years or so. The last major coronal mass ejection to hit the Earth, known as the Carrington event, was a powerful geomagnetic solar storm in 1859 and is thought to have been the biggest in 500 years. A massive solar phenomenon would disrupt transport networks, cause blackouts and disrupt satellites. According to studies, GPS systems could go down, leaving train networks and shipping badly affected, while satellite communication and high-frequency radio communication used by aircraft could also go down, meaning global transport would be hit. Oil drilling also relies heavily on GPS for accuracy and could result in a fall in oil production and dry up of fuel for motorists at the tanks. Power grids could also be affected, leading to blackouts in some areas. Well folks, that's it for now. But if we think about it, could it be that we will be hit by a gigantic solar flare? If so, could this have happened to the Mayans or Sumerians or even the Egyptians, taking into consideration many texts that bring about the theory that there was advanced technology in Atlantis and Egypt? According to Plato, in Atlantis they even had flying cars. Could solar flares be responsible for wiping out many of the known civilizations that existed before us? Could this explain why many researchers won't understand how some of them had profound understanding of the cosmos?